Most people believe a true Japanese garden cannot survive Dubai. At Green Zen, we prove them wrong every season, designing calm, authentic retreats built for this fierce desert climate. We design across the region, from villa grounds in Emirates Hills and the Palm to courtyards in Nad al-Sheba. The principles stay constant. Only the plants and materials adapt. Authenticity does not mean copying a temperate garden from Kyoto. It means understanding the ideas beneath it, then translating them into forms that thrive under a relentless Gulf sun. Every Green Zen garden begins with subtraction, never addition. Instead of filling each corner, we deliberately open space, because restraint is what makes a composition feel deeply calm. The Japanese call this emptiness ma, the meaningful pause. In a crowded villa plot, that open pause becomes the most luxurious element you can possibly give us. In the desert, this deliberate restraint also rewards you, cutting irrigation demand, easing heat stress, and dramatically lowering upkeep through the punishing months of a Dubai summer. Second, we design the view itself. A Japanese garden is composed like a painting, framed from the sofa, the doorway, the single bench where you will truly sit. That framing lets us hide what intrudes. A boundary wall, a neighbor, an air conditioning unit, all screened away, pulling every eye toward one quiet, deliberate focal point. Yes, you can build one in a Dubai villa, a modest townhouse, even a courtyard barely larger than a parking bay. That compact corner is often our favorite canvas. We build every garden from 3 elements, and hard stone always leads. It forms the skeleton, permanent, needing no water, carrying the composition through all 4 brutal seasons. We always group boulders in odd numbers, arranged as gentle triangles rather than straight rows, 1 large master stone, 2 smaller companions leaning toward it, like a quiet conversation in rock. Water comes next, but scaled wisely for our desert. Rather than a large pond that overheats and evaporates, we use a small, elegant recirculating basin. Or we can imply, carefully raked gravel becomes a serene stream, calm, evaporation-proof, and utterly peaceful beneath the harsh Gulf sky. Plants arrive last, used sparingly as living accents. That disciplined sequence is what keeps a Japanese garden composed and verdant even when the cruel August heat arrives. So what actually survives out here? For structure, we choose hardy podocarpus and juniper, standing in for temperate pine, plus cloud-pruned ficus for that sculptural, unmistakable silhouette. Genuine granite boulders, dark basalt stepping stones, natural bamboo screening, and hand-raked gravel carry the spirit far more than any single plant. For the ground, mondo grass thrives in gentle shade, while preserved moss brings that soft, ancient carpet indoors, where living moss could never endure our climate. And you really do not need acres. Some of the most complete gardens we design sit inside a courtyard barely 3 meters deep, a jewel box of stone and gravel. At the very other extreme, we compose sweeping luxury villa grounds using precisely the same design language, simply scaled upward, so even a compact courtyard and a grand estate always feel unmistakably related. Because stone and gravel dominate, a Green Zen garden drinks a fraction of a lawn. We water deeply through drip lines at dawn, never spraying into blistering afternoon air. A thick layer of our own organic mulch then cools the soil, locks in moisture, and quietly protects every root through the very worst of the summer. We also engineer real shade directly into the layout. Sensitive plants sit along the cooler northern edges, tucked beneath pergolas, walls, or the shadow of bolder structural neighbors. In a typical Dubai villa, the tall boundary wall that everyone treats as a real problem quietly becomes a valuable shade asset, while grouping the plants closely together lifts local humidity and gently cools the surrounding air. This is exactly why the style suits us here so perfectly. A Japanese garden may be the most climate-appropriate design you can build anywhere across the United Arab Emirates. Step inside one at dusk and the city simply falls away. Water trickles, gravel glows, and a single lantern throws soft light across the calm, resting stone. Every project begins the same carefully considered way. We walk your site, read the light and the sight lines, and design the whole composition around how you truly live. From that survey, a bespoke plan emerges, matched to your plot, your climate, and your budget, whether you sit in Al-Barari, Arabian ranches, or bustling old Dubai. Slowly, the bare plot becomes a living sanctuary. The boulder we set at the very start now anchors a finished garden, calm, evergreen, and quietly built to endure. So the real question is never whether a Japanese garden belongs here in Dubai, because it clearly does. The only question left is where yours will one day begin. For more Japanese garden ideas and Dubai design advice, visit greenzenlandscapes.ae or message our team on WhatsApp today to book your design consultation.